Who was Elijah McCoy by Elena Grubb. Elijah McCoy was born in Canada on May 2, 1844 to George and Mildred Goines McCoy. The McCoys had escaped on the Underground Railroad from Kentucky before Elijah was born. The McCoy family later moved back to the United States and settled in East Lansing, Michigan. Elijah's parents noticed that he had an interest in mechanics at a young age. He was always taking things apart and putting them back together. They were able to save enough money to send him to Edinburgh, Scotland, to train to become a mechanical engineer. After receiving his certificate, he moved back to Michigan to be near his family. Unfortunately, due to racial barriers, McCoy was not able to find work as a mechanical engineer in Michigan. Even his top-notch education wasn't enough to overcome racial lines. However, he found a job working as a fireman and oil lubricator on the Central Michigan Railroad. Every few miles, the train would have to stop, and Elijah would put oil on the parts that needed it. McCoy wanted to make these trains more efficient. He worked to develop a lubricating oil cup, which would apply oil to the needed parts as the train ran. This allowed the train to run for longer stretches. Many railways copied his invention, but none of them worked as well as McCoy's. The phrase, "the real McCoy," was coined to represent a high-quality item. The invention helped improve railroad transportation in the U.S. and led to the growth of the nation. Trains were able to run for longer and longer distances. The lubricating cup eliminated the need for lots of oilers, which cut back on the cost. Versions of this cup were later used in steam engines, naval vessels, mining equipment, and factories. McCoy continued working to improve his invention throughout his life. He married Anne Elizabeth Stewart in 1868, but sadly she died 4 years later. He then married Mary Eleanor Delaney in 1873. He started the Elijah McCoy Manufacturing Company in 1920 to produce his own lubricators. McCoy also had many other inventions that we still use today. He created a graphite lubricator to use in the new superheater trains. After listening to his wife grumbling about an easier way to iron clothes, he invented a portable ironing board. He also wanted an easier way to water the lawn, so he invented a sprinkler system. Elijah and his wife were involved in an automobile accident that killed Mary instantly and left Elijah severely injured. He would never recover from his injuries and died in 1929. Elijah McCoy was a great inventor that was known for high-quality parts.
Created using Powtoon.